princess with her things was standing at the exit of the estate. Lloyd's face looked like a maniac who was ready to kill, and then his younger brother ran after the woman. The kid began to say something to the woman with anxiety. The protagonist's eyes became more and more creepy. Sherazad's face became confused, and then a question appeared in the reincarnated man's head about what it was. Then, with drooling mouth and red eyes, he thought about the huge and unexpected jackpot he had hit. Julian immediately ran up to Sherazad and asked her where she was going so late at night. He looked at her through her bangs with a timid look and asked if she was going to run away from the estate. The brunette slightly closed her lips. She immediately closed her eyes and turned her head away from the guy's joyful smile and said that she just wanted to take a short walk, to which Julian sighed with relief. He saw her huge backpack and realized that she had taken such a huge bag with her, so he thought that she was leaving. The brunette looked away with displeasure, squinting, and said that her food containers were there. Julian's eyes widened in surprise. Then he widened his eyes with an embarrassed smile and said that if she ate so much at night, she would not sleep well. Sherazad closed her eyes angrily, looking red and saying that she wanted to eat most of it. Or rather, most of the contents were just picnic things, although she knew that her excuses were getting worse and worse. Then the brunette looked at the guy, who said that he was glad to hear it. He immediately smiled widely under the glare of the light and said that with dinner he thought that something was wrong with her and was very worried. The princess looked at him with a trembling look. Then Sherazad, looking red, looked away and said that she was fine now. They stood opposite each other on the path under the moonlight and suggested that she could stay for a couple more days. At this time, the protagonist smiled maliciously, twisting his face out of the window. At this time, Xavier came up behind the gentleman, who was all scared, and paid attention to his face. Then the brown-haired man put his hands in his pocket and coolly looked back at the knight, asking him why he had come. The knight held a pillow in his hands and said that it was time for his lullaby, but Lloyd did not come, so he went to look for him himself. Half asleep, Xavier looked at the gentleman and asked him why he was making such a face, watching a beautiful couple